Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Welcome Bloody Syndrome, Jiggly Biglets, Who Wants to Die, Oxford, hello, welcome guys. So I didn't stream yesterday, I just took a little bit of a breather. I thought, let's take a little break, let's watch some other streamers. So I was watching some others yesterday, and especially I was watching Mr. Laggy last night as we started a pair of thieves on Legends of Ultima. And so I started a thief character there yesterday. And so what we're going to be doing today is I really need to decorate my second house, my smaller house next to Corruption. That's just like a bunch of bags on the floor with the stuff in it inside right now. And another thing I want to try and do is get some merchants over to my big house near Elder Village. I'm not sure if we're going to get that far. It could be that just the whole day goes to decorating the smaller house, but we'll see. And then after that, if there's time, well, I'm going to make time. I will make time. We will head over to Legends of Ultima. Of course, many of you have been trying to lure me over there. Actually, people have been trying to lure me over to that server even way before I even started Legends of Aria, last December. So people were already then talking to me about it. And, it was something I kept in mind. I thought, yeah, I'll check it out one of these days. But, my main reason for coming to Legends of Aria, and I find myself it's kind of this funny thing where I find I have to really focus so that I say the correct one, either Legends of Aria or Legends of Ultima. So if you notice me sort of pausing, it's just because I'm trying to remember, oh yeah, which one am I supposed to say? So yeah, but then what happened was, so Mr. Laggy is a streamer that I found just a few days ago. I think it was on the pre-release, like the day before release, and I really enjoyed his stream. And then we got to twittering about, during his stream we started to dream about, we just really connected, as personalities. And I just thought, man, he loved doing the thieving stuff back in Ultima Online. I loved doing that stuff. And we sort of had the same kind of humor, and we're all also straight talkers, both of us. We just say what's on our mind. We don't sugarcoat. We don't beat around the bush. We just say whatever we're thinking, right? So he's like that as well. And we were thinking that, man, it would be really fun to actually roll a couple of thieves. And we were talking about, it's a shame that this game doesn't yet have thieves. I know it's incoming. And I'm sure, from what I've understood, they've already tested out the thievery stuff in the past. I could be mistaken, though. And so then we were even thinking, I wonder if we should roll a couple of thieves on UO Renaissance. So we were sort of even looking at the old UO free shards to do that. But it was sort of just floating around, this idea. And then Mr. Laggy discovered that Legends of Ultima server already has thieves, and he tweets me cats, we could make thieves over there. And I was totally in. Yes, let's do this. And we have a whole bunch of evil schemes now how to what we will be doing over there. So yesterday we were talking about this kind of possibility that what we could do, we could be partners in crime, and we could do it this way, that for instance we go into town where there's lots of people, and my character starts flirting up some guy or gal, and then Mr. Laggy sneaks up behind that person while they're completely distracted and starts stealing from their backpack, right? And vice versa. I'm sure Mr. Laggy is a good flirt. So those are the plans that we have. I did start the character yesterday. I have small reservations still at this point, but it's probably just because things are a little bit different there, and I had to sort of wrap my head around how things work there, because of course the world is not shaped yet like Ultima Online, the Ultima Online map, but that is going to be coming in a few months from what I've heard. So and they of course do things a little bit differently over there. So, I still have small reservations, but it's just because I'm probably still getting used to it. Like, one of the things that did bother me was that I couldn't find reagents on the ground. There were a few around some of the towns, like around Oklo, just a few though. So you didn't find them all over in the wilderness like you did back in UO. And as I started a thief slash mage, of course, that posed a problem for me right away, right? So yeah, stuff like that. There's these little weird things that are not really UO and they're not really Legends of Aria either that I'm still trying to sort of get accustomed to. But I am sure that, you know, once I've sort of gotten used to those, things will feel different. So, yeah, welcome guys, and hello there, Lindiana Jones. Welcome. And yeah, were you guys watching the stream that the developers did last night, the dungeon run? I watched that. And Oxford, you were actually in amongst the people there. I could swear I saw your character name in amongst like the ones who were actually doing the run. And then there was that giant llama as well. Hello, JJ. Yeah, somebody used some kind of like enlarging potion, and then they used it over and over again, and they ended up with a gigantic llama. So if you want to see a giant llama, just check the VOD from last night's official Legends of Aria stream. It was pretty hilarious, actually. And you were there, Oxford. Yeah, I thought I saw your name in there. And it really put some wind in your sails again. Awesome. And Oxford, you were saying here in the beginning, oh my god, start now, I want to see them pets. So what pets are you talking about? Because I don't have any new pets. I do not have the llama, I do not have the bear yet. You're always happy to be here, Bloody Syndrome. Aw. My pets? I don't have any special pets though. That's the thing, I haven't found any yet. I have not found any. Oh, really? I treat them so nicely. Really? Well, you know, of course, if I were to go into full role-playing mode, then, of course, you know, I would treat them extra special nice. But, yeah, I haven't really, like, focused on that here. Aw, Oxford, you're too kind. What a sweet thing to say. Well, actually, Oxford, when we go over to... So this thief that I rolled over on Legends of Ultima, she is... So she has a little bit of taming, just so she can tame her own horses. And obviously, I'm probably going to have to drop those skills at some point later on. But, so obviously, here's the beautiful thing, guys. On the Legends of Ultima server, they have those wonderful... Ultima Online, the little, oh, there's Hawkwind. Hello, Hawkwind, seeing you here in game. And nice to see that you've rolled a character here. Yeah, so what I meant to say is that over on the Legends of Ultima server, they have those lovely immersive little texts that you get above your character as they're trying to tame the animal. And I don't understand why Legends of Aria did not do something like that. It just immediately felt so wonderful to see those little texts. And hello there, Dissa, welcome to the stream. And you were searching for videos of Legends of Aria this morning. Considering the Legends of Ultima server, you played UO back in the days, and this game really feels like time travel back to it. But the fact that the official servers you can't be randomly killed in the wilderness drives you off. Well, that you can experience in the Legends of Ultima server, for sure. It's like the pre-trammel times. Yes. Well, not authentic UO yet, no. The main reason for that is because the map shape is pretty much exactly like Legends of Aria. They have done some custom like things, like they had some animal zoos over there that I saw, and they had built things, you know, on top of the Legends of Aria. You see how I get stuck on that every time, guys? So they had some custom things built up, but that is coming in the next months, that they're gonna do the complete Ultima Online map there. That is gonna be mega interesting to see. I cannot wait to see that, actually. Well, who wants to die? I'm not giving up on Aria Europe PvE. No. This is going to be my main home, for sure. This is going to be my main investment in the game, this server, for sure. So Legends of Ultima will only be my little dabble into the thieving stuff. I can't really foresee myself fully moving over there. At least yet, I don't feel that way. Of course, I've only had one evening so far there, so... Yeah, Oxford, yeah. They were restarting the server a lot last night. And also here's another reason why I probably won't fully move over there, even though it is interesting to try it out, is because obviously the ping, so me being in Europe, I do notice a little bit of a lag that probably the North Americans don't. Yeah, well, that you can definitely experience over there, Dissa. One thing to warn you of, though, Dissa, and I'm not sure, apparently it must be technically really, really challenging, but you know, guys, how I'm always complaining about the fact that Legends of Aria is missing the names on the edges of the screens. Well, you would have thought that they would have added that on the Legends of Ultima server, but my assumption is then that the only reason they haven't is that it must be really, really technically challenging for the Unity engine. But then somebody said that the Albion Online is done with Unity and they have the names on the edges, so I don't know what the hell is going on. But so all I'm saying is that when you go out lumberjacking, you're not going to get the warning on the edge of the screen of an incoming red. So be aware of that. Hello, Hawkwind. Nice to see you here as well. Oh, nice to say. Yeah, I try and do a sort of calm and friendly stream. Like once in a while, I also have mega rants. So just like you, Oxford, I will go on major rants sometimes as well. So brace yourselves, brace yourselves. So no, and something I wanted to also say, guys, is that I listen to like usually when I make Legends of Aria streams, I then upload them to YouTube after that, straight from Twitch. But I listened to the one from the launch day. And for some reason, I was so humped. I was so here you can understand why I said humped, okay? Because I was gonna say hyped. I was so hyped, and I was so pumped, and then I somehow fused those words together. So I was so hyped. I was so pumped on the launch day that I found myself like talking right into the mic. So my mouth was right up against the mic, and the audio quality was so horrible. I'm so sorry, guys, that I had been like talking in such like the levels were going over. The quality of the voice was just so bad. I just raised my microphone up a little bit today. And I hope it's not like breaking the sound now, guys. And if you ever hear me doing that, just let me know in the chat. Don't be shy about doing that, because it breaks my heart when I... Oh, thank you so much, Hawkwind. Thank you. So yeah, well, I'm trying to keep a distance. So now I have about like 10 centimeters between me and the mic. But on the launch day, I was like so, all my like blood was flowing, and I wasn't really like focusing on like doing things right. I wasn't calm enough, so I got carried away, and like I had it too close to me. So yeah, I hope that the audio is good this time. And I don't really feel like uploading that launch day stream to YouTube, guys. I'm kind of heartbroken about that, because that would have been kind of like an epic thing to do, just because the audio quality was so bad. The last stream I did, that was kind of okay still, but I'm trying to make it even better today. And also, I remember somebody was complaining that why does the volume go away, and why does the speech volume like get louder and more quiet? And I was explaining in that stream that I have this special kind of microphone meant for stage performances that sucks in all the like audio from nearby, but then when you any sounds far away are not heard. It's meant so that the crowds cheering, in an audience are not heard into the mic, right? So it's excellent for streaming in if you stay close to the mic. But as soon as I go a little bit farther away, my voice will get a little bit too quiet. So that's another mistake that I did on that launch day stream, is that I kept on like dipping over, looking at my other monitor, and now I just moved things around so I don't have to move around to look at the chat. So yeah, I have to be careful not to move around too much, and then things will be nice and steady. Yeah, 10 centimeters. What would that be? I would say, Oxford, that 10 centimeters is like, if you look at your hand, the palm of your hand, that would be the width of all your fingers like squished together. That would be about 10 centimeters, I'd say. The width of a hand. So that's about how far I'm away from my mic now. Potty, hello. Naughty thing to say to Oxford, Potty. My goodness. Where are you going to get the other 8? Oh. Okay, so anyhow, this is what we're going to do today. Let's get started. I came over to the bank quickly because I want to just drop off all of my little recipe, my work orders, and I don't want anything cluttering up my inventory. And then we're going to go back home, and I'm going to start building some furniture, and then we're going to go over to the small house that has not been decorated at all yet, and we'll get to work decorating. So let me just see what I have here. And does anyone wish that you could do this kind of thing, that there would be the little dot icon, the thing where the grabby symbol on the edge, and just imagine if there would be that little symbol, and you could click down there and just pull this out. Just pull down this list. Wouldn't that be nice? That you wouldn't have to scroll it like this. That's what you can do in Worm. I wish you could do that here as well. It's so annoying, especially if you have a lot of items that have the identical name. It's somehow really hard to scroll through these. Hey there, Finzia. Nice to see you. How are your Aria adventures going? Have you been killing the drakes in that cave a lot? Okay, let's see. That one is carpentry, tailoring. Let's just get all of these organized, and then we'll be on our way. Oh, that should have gone to blacksmithing. Oh well. I'll sort it out later. And then we should have also over here. Oh, thank you so much, Draco Wolfstein, with the 10-bitty cheer, and welcome to the stream. And Finzia, you've been leveling your tamer. You've been looking for the elusive llama. So, any luck finding the llama yet? I guess not. I haven't found it either. Not that after the streams, I haven't even bothered searching, to be honest. And my day is good, thanks. We got a delivery of groceries today. I have found, guys, that like, so obviously in modern times, most countries have like the option to order groceries online and have them delivered straight to your home, right? And I find that I actually save so much money that way, because if you go grocery shopping like every week, for instance, there's always the temptation to buy a whole bunch of extra crap that you don't actually need. And I find, so what I do is I order my groceries like once a month, but of course I do have to go and get some fresh stuff like, you know, veggies and fruits once in a while from the store. But like all of that, you know, like rice and potatoes and carrots will keep for a long time, apples will keep for a long time, all the tinned stuff. And I order once a month online, have it delivered, and I save so much money that way. So anyway, we had a grocery delivery today, and so we've been enjoying our I enjoyed some Reese's peanut butter cup today. So guys, I'm going to tell you something. Here in Finland, you cannot get Reese's peanut butter chocolate stuff in the shops. They are like a speciality that only some shops carry, sort of like as like American imports. Imagine, guys. Can you imagine that's my life? Can you imagine that I cannot just go to the store and get Reese's? Isn't it traumatizing? So, but this one store that I order my groceries from, they have just the basic like 2 peanut butter cup like chocolate. They don't have any of the other ones, so that's all you can get. So yeah. So I definitely, as a Canadian living in Finland, there are some things I really miss from North America, and Reese's is one of them. Oh, you do the same, Finzia. Thursday is shopping delivery day. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Who wants today? Well, I'm gonna admit that we do order some junk food as well, of course. But here's the secret, right? Since you're only doing it once a month, that means you're only ordering sort of like one set of junk food, and then all the rest of the month you're not eating junk food, right? So you sort of pick out on it on the day that the groceries arrive, and then the rest of the month is like healthy. Because I'm telling you guys, if we have junk food in the cupboards or in the fridge, it's not gonna keep. We're gonna eat it. So we're not able to just have it there and like, you know, ration it over weeks. No way, Jose. And JJ, you eat out a lot. Yeah, you know, JJ, it's very different, the culture over in the US. I remember when I came to visit my friend who lived in the US, and I was astonished because we went to the restaurant to eat breakfast, to eat dinner pretty much every day. And I was like, don't you guys like buy food, groceries, and bring them home and like cook your own food? Because that's the default over here. Over here, going out to eat is like an exception, okay? Not only is it very expensive to do, but also I think because the way the grocery stores are over here is you have like grocery stores on every corner, whereas over in the US, I guess it's like you have to drive, you know, quite a while to go to a big old store somewhere, and you have to drive there, whereas over here the grocery stores with fresh produce are like on every corner basically. So it's kind of reversed from what you guys have. You guys have like fast food restaurants on every corner. We don't have that. We have the grocery stores, and then we have some like fast food restaurants, whereas you guys have it flipped kind of. So I'm not surprised by that at all. And but you still try to stick to the healthy stuff, JJ. Yeah. Oh, Coffee Crisp. Don't get me started, JJ. So for those who don't know, Coffee Crisp is my favorite chocolate bar from Canada that I really, really missed. Okay, so what else do we need now? I think we can head over home. Just double check, do I have any wood here? No. Okay, let's go back home. And I also, guys, I almost have my 10 platinum saved up. I have 8.6 platinum right now, and the reason I need 10 platinum is I want to buy the bind stone for my house. So yeah, I'm almost there. So let's gate over, or portal rather, back home. And let's get started making some furniture for the other house, and just gathering together all the decorations and stuff that I want to take over there. Okay, you horses stay right there. So let's see, what do I have already? I mean, I might have, and actually let's get Dolly over here. Dolly, follow. Oh, I could just ride her, actually. Probably easier. One thing I do like about Legends of Ultima compared to the official servers is that, you know how they implemented the loading, the sort of long mounting of a mount? I mean, it wasn't that way before, but they implemented it relatively recently. Well, on the Legends of Ultima server, you can still mount your horses pretty quickly, so you don't have to wait for that long time. And I know they had logical reasons for why they had to do that, probably regarding the whole PvP stuff. So, but yeah, I have to admit that it's a bit of a pain when you sort of got a taste of doing that again in Legends of Ultima. So let's see what furniture we have. Like, I have a whole bunch of extra stuff here, and all of my Lord Pack items are of course on the. By the way, guys, can I just say that for the Founder Pack items, what I don't understand is why they have not done it the same way as they do in World of Warcraft, okay? So in World of Warcraft, if you have like all kinds of little pets and like special mounts and stuff, any server you log on to, your character gets those, right? I can't remember, was it that even all of your characters get a set of those? Of course, they can't be tradable, that's a big difference. But what I think is that it should be this way, that on every server here in Legends of Aria, you can have one character spawn those. But just obviously not several sets on each server, but that one character could. I don't understand why they've implemented it that way, that you can only spawn them on one server and that's it. That's strange to me. Like, is there a logical reason for that? So yeah, anyhow, all of my Lord Pack decorations and house stuff are not on this server, obviously, so we're gonna have to just make do with the normal in-game items. Now, let's see, let's just actually make ourselves a little do I have, oh guys, by the way, now they have fixed the saddle here on Aria Europe PvE, so now we can finally make the leather saddle. So I made a whole bunch of them. And I already made a whole bunch of horse statues as well. So I was super happy about that. Yeah, let's just grab actually these pouches so we can organize our stuff when we take the stuff over to the other house. And Hawkwind, you're finding it nice and cozy on this server. I'm glad to hear it, Hawkwind. And you know, that reminds me of something. So speaking of nice and cozy, guys, so here's the thing. Hey there, Zek9, nice to see you again. I'm going to be playing on the Ultima server, or the Legends of Ultima server later on. So let me just say something about the bard stuff, okay? So of course, the way they designed it with the whole vitality thing, that was, you know, their main focus was on the official servers. And I don't think they were really thinking too much about how things will turn out for the community servers. Is this like the early morning? I guess it must be because the sun must be coming up right now. Let me just go over here while I just like chew on my thoughts here. So, so yeah, the devs probably weren't really thinking too deeply about what will end up happening on community servers where there are hardly any people. So as you can imagine, as we all know, the way that Vitality works now is that whereas before, all you had to do is go and stand next to a hearth in an inn, and you would gain Vitality. And now the way they've changed it when they implemented bards was you have to both be standing next to a hearth and you have to have a bard playing music that you start listening to. Of course, that works beautifully on the official servers that are packed full of people, right? But try and imagine what troubles ensue on a small community server that maybe only has like 10 people active. We have more now on this server. We've had a lot of people coming into this server. I'm so happy to see that. Like in Elder Village, I'll see people running around all the time. Like it's getting actually quite nicely busy on this server. But anyhow, imagine a server that is really quiet though. So you go to the inn and obviously there's no one there. So you can't gain Vitality. There's no bards around. So basically you can't play the game because your Vitality is so low that it stops you from playing. So I have to wonder to myself, were the devs really thinking about community servers when they made that? Now, let me tell you this though. So what I did was, I was watching people on Discord in our like Discord here, and this one guy was like running into a really big problem because he couldn't gain his Vitality. He was new to the game, he was new to our server, and he was complaining that he's having a big problem. So I asked him, is there anything I can help you with? And so he messages me that he can't gain Vitality. I said to him, hold on, I'll roll a bard, I'll come and help you out. That's what you need a bard now. And so I did that, and he was so happy, he was so thankful. It just changed his whole world that he could finally play again after that. And so what I've been doing ever since is I've kind of been logging on with my bard once in a while just to help out the players here so they can gain Vitality. And I have run into some of the most lovely, beautiful little role-playing scenarios that you could ever imagine. Really, really cozy, really sweet, really fun. And it was a really nice way to meet people. So first of all, I have to compliment the whole bard system for that. I think it just adds a whole new immersive experience for players to interact. I really like it. I still do, of course, feel that they weren't really thinking about community servers. So if I were a game designer, the way I would probably fix this is that I would give an option for community server owners to do it so that they could have the hearths give Vitality, but like really, really slowly, so that you'd have to stand there literally for half an hour or something to get your Vitality, and then keep the bards giving like very fast Vitality just like it is now. And then that way at least it wouldn't block the players, and yet the bards would still be useful. I don't know, maybe even an hour, but whatever is needed so that it doesn't like physically, technically block you from playing. That's just my thoughts on it. But I do want, like, the overall feeling about bards is really positive. I actually feel now, guys, I feel like actually rolling like a bard on one of the official servers and just standing around and role playing all day. It's been so fun actually doing that on this server as well. So let me just check what you guys are saying. All of this rambling and ranting. And yeah, so getting back to Hawkwind's comment, I'm really glad to hear that you're enjoying yourself here. And Lindiana, you were asking here earlier, do you have Tim tabs in Finland? I don't actually know what a Tim tab is. Tim Tam. That does sound familiar though, but I don't think I've ever eaten one. I'm guessing that's some kind of junk food. Ah, Finzia, you can keep the Reese's stuff. You tried it once and it was way too sweet. Ah, yeah. The American candy is really sweet. That's true. Yeah, JJ, off Amazon, of course, you could order that stuff, but it's so expensive. I think I've like succumbed to my temptations a couple of times doing that, but like it's so expensive. So Finzia, there are some people that still don't have the items on OneToon. Oh, right, the founder items. Yeah. So you've just given up messaging about it. Oh my gosh, that's pretty bad. Yeah. So let alone on all servers. That sounds really unfortunate. I did get all of my Lord Pack items myself, thankfully, but yeah, it does feel a bit strange that I can't spawn them on any other server though. And hello, no luck about it. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you join us. Are you an Aria streamer? I'm not. Well, you could be a streamer, but player? Zek9. So originally, the community server owners apparently could not do that change. Thank you for the follow, Arvandi. So my fun, when I was complaining about it on the Discord, my fun from Citadel actually responded to that and said that they would do some kind of thing for that so that community servers could do that. So apparently it wasn't there originally, but now it is. I'm not sure. And hello, Nanners. Nice to see you again. And so that's your problem as well. You rolled a character on a community server, but the vitality thing makes it tough. Yeah. You know what I ended up doing, Nanners? So I have 2 accounts, right? So I ended up actually creating a bard on both accounts just so that I can actually give vitality. Like when I'm playing on my other account, I can just log on with the other one, give vitality, log off. But I have been seeing, let's just actually, just for the heck of it, let's just pop very quickly over to Eldar Village. I'm just like very, very curious to see whether there's anyone well, we could also, actually what we can do instead is I'll just log on with my other account and let's just check to see whether there's anyone in the inn. I was gonna like portal over there, but we can just do this as well. And it reminds you of the days when you'd spend time around Britain Bank summoning elementals, Hawkwind, for other people to come and practice their melee combat skills on. Oh yeah, I remember that. So Arvandi, this is the Aria Europe PvE server. It's a community server. So Lindiana, Tim Tams are an Australian cookie. They are hard to come by here in the States. Ah, you need an Australian supplier. So what are they like, Lindiana? Are they, are they chocolate? Are they fruity? How are they? I want to actually see a picture. I'm gonna Google that in a second. By the way, guys, for those who are new to Aria, here is some information for you, okay? So you will always see me logging in with my email accounts, and I know most streamers actually cover that up. I haven't bothered to do that because I have like such good security like settings on my emails that I'm not really worried, and my emails are public anyhow. You know, like if I have my portfolio, I have my email account showing there, so that's why I don't bother to cover this. But for those of you who do want to cover your email address on the login screen, if you do decide to stream, what you can do is you can, instead of using your email, you can, as a sort of username, you can use your specific ID, which you can see on your dashboard on the Legends of Aria website. And this is not a secret ID. This is the same ID that would be at the end of your referral link if you wanted to give that to somebody to start playing. So you can log in with that, just for your guys' information, if there was somebody for whom that was like good information. I did see though that Mr. Laggy, he was tweeting the other day that somebody had tried to hack into his email, and he was asking like how he can protect himself from that, and I was just giving him that information about the ID thing. So I think a lot of people don't actually know that you can do that. And the only reason, like, obviously I could do that, here. The only problem is that since I have two IDs, since I have two accounts, and I keep switching between them, I don't remember them off heart, right? So it's just easier for me to put in my email address, not to mention that a lot of my old videos where I uploaded the streams, they already have them there anyhow. So even if I were to start doing that at this point, it doesn't really help because the videos are up on YouTube and have been there for ages. So, you know, the damage is already done. So let's go over to, oh, Aria Europe. Did you see that? Oh, there it is. Let's go over to the inn. I just want to log on quickly and see whether there's actually anyone in the inn right now. So meanwhile, Tim Tams. Let's have a look. What does a Tim Tam look like? Tim Tams. Ah, they're these chocolatey caramel made with irresistible real chocolate. And you have like different flavors as well. Dark mint, classic dark, chewy caramel, original. Those do look good, my goodness. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled, Lindiana. One of these days I'm gonna taste one of those. So here we are, guys. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Legends Aria Europe PvE server. We have two bards playing. We have two players here. Or is that? Yeah, they're two players. Oh, that's so sweet. You see, guys, we're starting to get people on this server. Isn't that cute, guys? Oh my gosh. I don't have my volume on for this client right now, so that's why, or like the music is not turned on. That's why you guys can't hear them playing, because we're listening to my Spotify playlist right now. You fellers play magnificently. So Hawkwind is saying, that's you, Hawkwind, okay. Will here doesn't talk too much, but he seems okay. Oh, that's so sweet to see. I think that's a pretty good indicator of how this server is doing, guys. When you already have like 4 people in the inn. Because it's been like it was really empty before the Steam launch. That's amazing. I'm thrilled. And Arvandi, you like Shroud of the Avatar a lot, and you've been curious about Legends of Aria. I see. Well, there are a lot of Shroud of the Avatar players, of course, also playing this. So you will find, we're all old fans of Ultima at the end of the day, right? Yeah, Zek9, I did make one already. Last night I made a thief. So, Lindiana, you're not a big fan of chocolate, but you'll still eat Tim Tams. So what does a referral do? A referral, what it does for me, if you buy a game through that, is that I will get those loyalty points that I can use in the shop thing, where you can buy the fancy schmancy stuff. I'm trying to remember, have I ever used any of those points yet? But they are, those are good for me. I can't use those points on community servers, but I can use them on Crimson Sea, of course, since it's an official server. It's only, the shop is only visible on the official servers, so that is one downside to playing on community servers. An exiled painting, where do you pick up archery, like the skill? That's a good question. I don't know. When the one archer I did make, I actually I had taken archery from the get-go. But I would imagine if you just buy yourself a bow and arrows and just start like shooting stuff with it, you can obviously start gaining skill that way as well. If you don't manage to find an archer trainer, I don't know though who trains that. Maybe the guards? I think the guards at least train some of the like fighting skills, don't they? Yeah, Draco, I'm hoping that my streams are advertising the server. I'm hoping it's working. And yeah, same here, Arvandi. UO was my first MMO as well. So Arvandi, what year did you start Ultima Online and what server were you on? Okay, getting back to this thing here. Lots of chatter so far, but it's all good, it's all fun. Come on over here, Dolly. Let's get you all filled up with some furniture. And Nanners, you never played UO yourself. Oh, Draco, no worries, no worries. Nightbot does give the little message here once in a while about the referral link. So for anyone who does want to use that link, if you're not playing yet but would like to refer me, you can use that. You can also, I'm not sure, did I put a command? Did I put a command for that? Let me just see. Referral, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So it's just one of those timer things that pops into view once in a while. But it's too late. Yeah, that no worries at all. Okay, now let's see, what do we have here? Should I just take all my furniture with me? How much do I have here? And it only weighs 47. Yeah, let's just grab this whole pack here. Oh, no, we're going to put it into the leather saddlebags. There we go. Let's put everything in there that we have. And all of our decorations, let's take those as well. And, you know, I think we can probably get started with those. Is there anything else I want to take from here? Well, let me check first what I do actually have here. Like if there's some things that I know that I'm gonna need for sure anyhow. So let's have a little look at this list here. Again, I really wish I could just drag that down. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying to scroll this thing. So blacksmith tables, crates, fancy chairs, more blacksmith tables, inn tables, iron weapon racks, large bed, mannequin, ornate drawer, round forge, round inn table, small bed, stone fireplace. Definitely gonna need that. Wall lantern. Oh, some lamps. Let's make some lamps before we go, actually. Wooden table and wooden stool and wooden chair. Okay, let's make some things actually here first. Of course, what we could also do is no, it takes hundreds of wood to make one of these carpentry tables. Let me check how much, like whether they changed that actually. Let's see, carpentry table, 150 wood, yeah. I was thinking maybe I could just make a carpentry table over there and then just later sell it, pack it up and sell it. We could do that, of course. Let's try. I mean, I only have 186 wood anyhow, so it's not like I'm gonna have to. So it's the point being, I'm gonna have to chop some wood anyhow. So let's take the risk. I will probably fail and lose all that wood, But let's take the risk, because if we have a carpentry table set up at the house, it'll be so handy to then just, you know, go outside and chop some more wood and then build the stuff on site. So, oh, that reminds me, let's also take a hatchet with me. I'm gonna need that. A couple of hatchets, in fact. Okay, let's see. Fingers crossed, guys, that I succeed with this carpentry table. And then here's something for you newer players to know as well, is that, you know, sometimes like how this the pop-ups for the crafting windows are like super annoying, because it's still saying 0 out of 150 wood here, not enough resources, although I already dragged it into my backpack, so it doesn't refresh the information, right? So instead of shutting the window, what I do is I just go to another like thing here and then go back, and then it has refreshed it. So just a little tip, because I found that super annoying in the beginning when I first started playing the game. Okay, fingers crossed. I'm crossing my fingers in real life. Everyone, let's hope this goes through. I made it, guys. I made it. Yay! Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's exactly what we need. So let's take that with us, and then we can just like build the stuff on site. And I probably actually need to take the bricks with me in case I want to make one of those fireplaces as well, which I probably will want to do. I mean, they are so cozy, right? How can you not have a fireplace in your home? Look at that. Look at that. So cozy. And if anyone is wondering how to make it look like a fireplace actually has a fire, since it's not something you can turn on and off like you can so for instance, the kitchen stove, you can ignite or extinguish it. You cannot do that for the fireplace. Like, what the hell? Why can you not do that? So what I do is I put a little like campfire inside, which I'm assuming most people do. So yeah, I think we're good to go, guys. So I'm just gonna hop on my horsey. We're gonna portal on over to the smaller house and start the decoration process. Again, best thing ever, taking manifestation for my for all my characters. I couldn't imagine like how annoying it would be to have to run back and forth every time. I am sacrificed a whole bunch of skill points, of course, but I prefer the convenience, to be quite honest. Except when I fail at my portals, that is. And Nanners, you're asking, can you post a link to the wiki Legends of Aria to help Exiled painting out? Oh, what was Exiled saying? Hold on, let me just check what you guys are saying here. Sure, and of course, Nanners, you go ahead and post that. I think I missed. Oh, here we go. Oh, Exiled painting the archery question. Right. Okay, so I don't usually fail this many times, but sometimes it happens. There we go. This is so handy when you take your when you want to take your horses out for like mining expeditions as well. Okay. And as we can see, the state of... Oh, you know what I needed to do, guys, was the lamps. But those are carpentry as well, aren't they? Did they require any metal? I can't remember. But let's set up the... well, this character cannot do any decoration, so what she's going to have to do is actually just place the stuff here in one of the pouches, and we're going to have to log on with Malena. And then if I need... Yeah, I'm going to probably have to... I can't place any of the stuff with this character, so I'm going to have to put all of the things here into this pouch and have Malena like set down the carpentry table. Where did the carpentry table go, by the way? Hold on. Here it is. Oof. I got scared there for a moment. And then I will have to log back on actually with Safarina just to... Well, of course we can get started with Milena. There is one light. I do like to get the lighting sort of set up at some point so we don't have to be in the darkness, but there was actually one light, and there's the candelabras as well. So we're actually going to be okay to start off with. Okay. So, horsey. And then just put all of this stuff in here. Like so. Good. And then we'll lock off this character. And thank you so much, Niners, for helping out Exiled there. I'm gonna have to read up myself on that as well, so I know where you can actually train that in the future if I need that, or just to, you know, give advice to people as well. Okay, Milena. Hawkwind, a greater heal? I'll check. Let me check. I might. You can definitely, and of course you can have it free. I mean, I couldn't imagine like selling it to you, so. Oh, Milena's over here. She was actually doing the majory quests, guys. So she got all the way up to this level, and now she can't continue because somebody had... I forget whether somebody actually said you could do the whole thing in majory, or maybe they just said up to journeyman, but at least it's you can get farther... Oh, thank you so much, Zek, for the subscription. Welcome, welcome. Well, not welcome. You've already been here on the chat for some time, but like sort of welcome to the family is what I mean to say. And now you've got some nice little cats purr. You've got 3 nice little emotes that you can use. Yeah. So, but anyhow, I just wanted to, you know, I complain about a lot of things. I do. But I also like to compliment. So I have to say, guys, that doing these profession guide-like quests has been kind of fun. I have enjoyed them, even though I'm, you know, I've got high-level characters. I can imagine that for a new player, these must be quite fun to do and a nice sort of introduction into the game, like to get you started. I think they did a nice job. I mean, there's obviously a lot of flaws. There's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of UX issues. I find that what they could definitely do in the as far as UX goes is that, you know, when there is a quest here in the texts, there should be a little symbol, I think, to just mark that, hey, this is the profession quest line. Pay attention to this. I don't know why they didn't do that. So let's get Milena home. She doesn't have to do... Let me check whether Milena actually has any money in the bank as well, because I'd really like to get that 10 plat for the bindstone just before I hearthstone home. So she does have some money. Okay. Ooh. She's got 1.2 platinum. We're almost there, guys. She's going to take that to Safarina then. Awesome. We're almost... And does this loot bag have any money? This has some money as well. Not too much, though. Okay, let's just pool all of that together. And we're going to take that to Safarina. Nice. Is there anything I could use as a decoration here? Maybe one of these. Just set one of those on a table or something. Let me see. Maybe the apple. Ruby. Maybe. That might be usable. These are all just runes. Oh my gosh, rune books, please. Rune books. We need rune books in this game. Those are just clothes. Yeah, nothing else really here that I would use necessarily as a decoration. So we're just going to hearthstone over home. And hello there, S1. So that's sick knees, I think. Do I know anything about taming? Yes, I do. My main character, I would say that my mage is probably my main character, but a close second is, or third actually, I have to say my crafter is my second. But the third thing that I do mainly is tame. So how can I help you? I don't have any tamers that are really, really high up yet, but I do know like the basics of the taming in the game. Zek, oh, you guys have rune books on the Legends of Ultima server. Okay, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. And hello there, Rootmare. Welcome to the stream. And Rootmare, you wasted many hours trying to skill up magics, then realized you had to... Oh yeah, I meant to check the greater heal thing. Hold on. I totally forgot about that. Let's see if I can find them. Where the heck did I put all of my spells? Oh, there's all the stuff that I just brought over. Those are recipes, more recipes. Is anyone else like me that they have a really hard time throwing away the recipes? That they just don't have the heart to do it? I know a lot of people just throw them on the ground, the extra ones that they don't need. But I keep on thinking to myself that I might need them someday, or else I'll sell them on a vendor or something. What do we have here? Here we go, finally found them. Do I have a greater heal? I do have a greater heal for you, Hawkwind. I do. You lucky ducky. Okay, so Hawkwind, are you in Elder? And Hawkwind, I have some other scrolls here I can give you. Do you need an energy bolt? I have 4 energy bolts. I can give you one. I'm not going to give you all of the ones. Some of these are like really rare to get, so... But if you need an energy bolt or a frost scroll, I can give one of those. I can give those to you. No, I can just portal over Hawkwind to Elder because it's so quick for me to do with this mage. Or any other city that you're in. I have runes to all the cities. Where are you? And let me check some earlier messages here. So, sick knees. Let me see now. So you're just trying to tame horses and you found a guide online that it says that you need at least level 29.1 to tame the horse. And you're at 32.4 but still have no chance on taming the horse. So first question to you, sick knees, is when you try to tame a horse, does the character start actually doing the action or not? If the character starts doing the taming action when they hold up the crook in their hand, that means that you can do it. It's just going to be really, really hard and you're going to have to try 30 or 40 or 50 times. It will give a message that you have hardly any chance to tame this, but you still technically do have a chance. Now, if your character does not, and thank you for the follow, Rootmare, but if your character does not, so sick knees, if your character does not hold up the crook, that means that you just don't have enough skill yet, and you'll have to continue. You see, that when they did the Steam launch, they might have rebalanced some things. So the wiki is a little bit outdated in various places. So the wiki cannot be trusted 100% yet. The Beastmaster skill, that is mainly to give when your animals are fighting, they will do more damage with the Beast Mastery. The main thing you need to tame is animal taming and animal lore. Animal lore is then so that you can control the animal. So you can, from what I've understood, if you don't have enough animal lore for an animal, you're able to tame it, but that you just can't lead it around. It won't follow you. It won't follow your commands. The main one to actually do the taming, though, I guess, would be the animal taming. And you're a real online hoarder, Hawkwind. Yeah, exactly, JJ. And Hades, I am not a PvP player, so I can't answer you on that, but maybe the folks here in the chat can. I'm pretty much a full PvE player myself. Any manifestation spells? Okay, let me have a look, Hawkwind. So let's just take these over here. So energy bolt. Let's put one over there. Just in case you need these. And the greater heal scroll. Or is that the one I already grabbed to my... Yeah, let's just put that one back over there. Heal you already have. Mana missile you already have. I'm assuming, Hawkwind, that you rolled a character as a mage, right? Or are you missing also the heals, or did you start magery after you had started the game where you bought an empty spell book? So do you have the first like newbie spells yet? Mana missile, you should have poison. Do you have poison yet? I'm gonna put one of those in there just in case you don't. Refresh, I'll put one of those in there as well. And those ones are kind of... That one I could put as well. Ruin. No, Ruin should be part of it unless you... Let's see what you're saying here. So Hades, other than some of the community servers, so Finzia was saying PvP is pretty much dead, but then you can find servers like Legends of Ultima where there is full PvP. And there's also some other community servers that are like that as well. And Draco, the buffing magic would... not for the mage, per se. No. However, I'm not sure about some of the abilities, though. Maybe there are some buffs in the abilities for mages. I don't know. I guess the main buffing stuff would be from the bards these days, right? Yeah, no problem, Hawkwind. You have the newbie spells. Okie dokie. I will not bother with those then. Okay, I'm bringing you what I can bring you. So I don't have a mark. I don't have a portal. I don't have a resurrection. Those are quite rare to get, but I will bring you these ones. Maybe they will be of some use to you at least. And at least you're getting the greater heal, which you needed anyhow. So, Elder Village. And just before I go, because I used my Hearthstone just now, let me double check and make sure that I have maybe another big home blank rune. Let's just make a rune here for my small home. I think I gave the rune to another character the other day. And I have yet to actually name these homes properly. They're just like small home and big home now. I'm gonna have to think of something swanky for them. There we go. Okay. So let's head on over to Elder and give you those spells. And you should be here at the bank, right? Not seeing you yet. Oh, there. They took some time to just load in. Okay. And did that come to you, Hawkwind, or did I click the guy in front of you by mistake? Let me just try that again. Hold on. Just shut, Hawkwind, if it did come for you, just shut the trade window. I'm going to do it again. I think it sort of bugs out if it's still showing. And then I try to trade again. Okay, here we go. Oh, hey, you don't have to give me any money. No, 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 no. Nope. You take that money back. Otherwise, you're not getting spells. There is no way I'm taking money from you. You just grab it back into your, there we go. That's much better. If you want to pay back somehow, Hawkwind, if you really want to somehow compensate, pick me some cotton and I'll be happy with that. I always am out of cotton because I need it for my tailoring, but I also need it for like my bandages all the time. But you don't have to at all. But if you really, really insist on somehow paying back, that's one way you can help me out. Okay, so let's head on back to the small home and get started with this stuff. Come on, horsey. You silly thing. Get in here. There we go. So, the first thing we need to do is actually set up that, set up the carpentry table. And that is right here. And we're just gonna, this is just gonna be temporarily in this house. I'm not gonna have it permanently. We can then later sell it off at my vendors. And for that reason, I'm just going to stick the carpentry table in whatever corner feels like I don't necessarily need to decorate it quite yet. So pretty much this corner feels like that could be it. So let me just place that actually over here. Like so. Let's get that. And I kind of blocked my access to the sign. There we go. And let's just rotate it a bit so it's not so much in the way. I'm going to also get this horse a little bit out of the way as well. Let's just put the horsey over here. There we go. So that's a nice little corner to put that in, just until we get everything done here. Good. And I can access this, can't I? Yes. Good. Good, good. Okay, so Safarina can log on and make some more furniture if needed. Actually, you know what, guys? I could just log on with Safarina already. If it starts to cause some lag, I'm not sure whether having two clients like up and running causes lag for the stream or not, but if it does, if you guys start to notice like a difference, just let me know and then I won't do that I would have two up. I just thought it would be kind of cute to have Safarina standing here ready to go when needed. It is handy having two accounts, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't regret one single bit that I have two accounts. It has like really saved my butt in so many situations. Thank you so much for the host, that natural herb. The natural herb. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you join us here. And oh, thank you for the host, Nanners. Aw, you guys. Let me just check what you guys are saying. Oh, let me log on first before this logs sort of times out very quickly, and I'll check. So Safarina and her clunky, noisy armor. I do like that they added the armor noises, the clinkety-clankety sound when you're running. However, I feel that it could be a little bit more subtle. Sometimes it makes me feel emotionally like my character is like really clumsy, and really heavy and really that she's not doing things efficiently. I don't know, maybe it's just a little bit too clunky. Does anyone else feel that way? I do appreciate it. It's been added though. Don't get me wrong. So this is what I mean. So if I go and run around, let's just zoom into her. Now you can't hear anything when she's running. Is it just when she's walking? Now you can't hear anything. Oh, hold on. It's because I don't have my audio turned on for this one. I do not have my audio turned on. Or at least high enough. Huh. Now you can't hear anything. And now you can only hear it because... Weird. Is it coming from my... that Malena is hearing Safarina moving around? Because when I go farther away... I'm not hearing anything. Weird. Well, I'll run around in the house if that's the case. Maybe there's something buggy about 2 clients being open. But you hear that clunk, clunk, clunk? It sounds a little bit like it makes me... Because when you have a character, you obviously want to feel... You want to feel like efficient, and you want to feel speedy, and you want to... Of course, somebody with full metal armor, they're not going to be speedy, but still emotionally it affects you if you start to feel that your character sounds like clumsy. So somehow I think I would just make that a bit more subtle, just a bit. It is appreciated though, for sure. Okay, so yeah, let's just get Safarina. Should we park actually all of these horses outside? Of course, there is the danger that some bear comes along. I just want to... It'd be kind of immersive if they were all parked. What I could do is I could make a little fence. Let's do that. I will park my horses over here, like a little stable, and then... Oh no. So it does... That's annoying. Remember in Ultima Online, guys? Remember in Ultima Online, you could... remember when we parked our horses outside of establishments and we wanted to get them lined up just nice so they looked all... So that they were always heading... Their heads were like towards the buildings. So you would like ride the horse, right? So did you see what happened there? I tried to position my horse in a nice position, like so. And then I wanted to dismount because this is the horse I would want it... This is the position I'd want the horse to stay in after I dismount, so I could tell it to just stay, right? Exactly like in Ultima Online. But then you dismount, and the horse flips around. That's annoying. So now for me to get the horse to head this way, I'm probably going to have to run and then ask it to stay, but that means I don't have full control. I can't even get close enough now. That's annoying, guys. That's mega annoying. I'm going to make a clip about this later. That annoys the hell out of me, actually, now. I would want to... See, I can't get them close enough now. The only thing I can do then is just have them have their butts toward the... Of course, what I could do... Let's just do the reverse then, okay? So I guess I'm going to have to do this in reverse. So I'm headed this way. And now when I dismount... Now the horse... So they didn't flip around this time. They refused to have their heads toward the wall. They want their butts up against the wall no matter what I do. So what happens if I mount and I'm at a 90-degree angle? Let's just try. So something like this, okay? Does he put his butt up against the wall again? Yes. Interesting. Now, I have to wonder what's up with that. Yeah, but I'm gonna make a clip about that, guys, and I'm gonna complain on Twitter. I'm gonna do a rant. I mean, it's little things like those, you know, because you want to feel immersed. You want the game to feel cozy and realistic, and remember, guys, in Ultima Online, let me just see if I can find an image like that where people have their horses lined up outside a tavern, and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. So Ultima Online tavern, And we will see horses outside. Let me see now. Let me see. Okay, let me try this one. Horses parked outside. Horses parked. What do we get from this one? I'm pretty sure I have some of my own screenshots actually, where I have that. Let's put pub night, or just pub. I'm not finding any screenshots, but I know that you old Ultima Online players, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We would leave our horses outside because that's the realistic thing to do. I mean, who brings their horse inside of a house, right? Let's see. What are other words for tavern and inn and pub? I didn't look for inn yet. Let me see from my own screenshots. I'm really bothered by this. I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. Let me see. Do I have any of my own? Screenshots. Okay, let's see. I should probably put these in the order of image width and start from, so I don't get we don't get those little tiny icons there. So this is something cool, guys. Back in the day in Ultima Online, the GMs would marry people. So they would actually give you this little silver, like, wedding rings for the couple. Can you imagine? So that's a GM, I think, or a seer or something like that. Isn't that cool? Oh, those were the days of Ultima Online, my goodness. Well, I can't find any images, but I know that they're there somewhere. But you guys know what I'm talking about, and you can imagine why that bothers me. Okay, so how are we going to solve this then? If I want to get my horses over there. I know this seems silly to waste minutes on something so small, but really these are the things that you know, small things like this can really make a big impact. Hey, you saw it stayed for a moment, like a little second. So what if I do the command like super fast before it has time to switch around? The command is 6. Let's try this again. No, he flipped around too fast. Oh well. I'll have him just flipped around then. That's fine. And you got manifestation gains, Hawkwind. Awesome. Yeah, Zek, it was really hard to find the cotton. I had to go to Vesper to look for it. So this, one silly question. You'd like to start this game and just be a blacksmith or a fisherman. Are there any prospects with the idea of building a cabin in the forest near a little lake and kind of living in solitude there? Or is it too much of work to walk a long way into city to sell your goods? So this, before I just read the rest of what you said, I would say, like, immediately I would say absolutely. Absolutely, you could do that. And just to get away from having to walk long distances, you could take manifestation. So there are several skills for mages, but the one skill that you would need is manifestation. You don't need any of the other magery skills. With manifestation, with about 70 points of manifestation, you can start doing portals. And then that way you could portal around from your little cabin to downtown, or not downtown, but to town. So absolutely you could do that. Of course, you could also live off in the forests, and try and find a spot that is kind of close but far, in a way that feels like you have your own little nook somewhere. And I'm exactly the same kind of person as you are. I also like to find those sort of little secluded spots. I'm a very much like a hermit kind of player myself, and I like my own little cozy nook somewhere where a lot of people are not running around. I'm exactly like you in that way. You have this little bit of a romantic, goofy idea in your head of how you'd like to play this. Yes, you can do that. Absolutely. And I see Finzi has already answered that question, exactly pretty much what I was saying as well. And Ben Joseph, no! Hello. Welcome to the stream. You are being naughty. Ben Joseph has given gift subs to Bossway, no Boozway. To Kinlian, to Law, and Sickneys. And to JJ, Ben Joseph, you're being very, very naughty. I told you, no more of that stuff. Thank you so much, Ben Joseph. You don't have to do that. You have already helped out so much. I feel so guilty, but thank you. You're so naughty. Thank you for the follow, Sick Knees. Oh my gosh. Nuts. Thank you. So let me just scroll back. Let me see. I was still reading Dissa's stuff here. And Finzia was talking about the cabin stuff, or like the portal stuff. And yeah, Dissa, you were saying it was more convenient. So the house in the Steam right now, this is a kind of mid-sized house right now. So the really small houses are about the size of, like, it's basically like a one little room. And then we were logged on to one of the larger houses, or we were like looking at the one of the largest houses that I have on my other account. We can have a look at that later if you like, if you didn't see it earlier. angry tweet. Exactly, Draco. I'm gonna make one about those horses. So what's the value of a tamed horse? Ask sick needs. I don't know what the current value is, to be quite honest. I have not been selling them myself yet. Back in the day, when before they converted the money, and we used to sell those statues. Now there was not the saddles on the horses back then. You know, the best way to tell actually sick is to go to the stable master in any big town. And the stable master sells saddled horses. So I would imagine that the value for players to sell those horses would be, you know, obviously you would sell them for cheaper than what the stable masters sell them. I don't know. I have to check what the stable master, because I'm going to be selling horses for sure when I set up my merchants. Draco, it's a house horse, and it's not housebroken. Yeah. Sick niece, somebody just gave you 250 coins for a tamed horse. That sounds about right, though, because back in the old days, before the money was converted, the horses were worth around 2 or 3 silver, and that is pretty much what you got. So yeah, but did the horse have a saddle on it or not? Oh, of course, you're a new player, right? So you didn't have a saddle on that horse, yeah. So you actually got a pretty nice little price for it. Yeah, good memories from those like weddings in Ultima Online. They were epic. So a saddle one from the vendor, says Finzia, is 500 gold. So just a tamed one seems, yeah, I agree. 250 seems pretty good. So I guess, Finzia, would you agree that for a saddled horse that we would sell as statues at a player like shops, what do you think? 350, 400, something like that might be suitable. And Schmo, welcome to the stream. What's the best way to level manifestation? I've leveled manifestation now with all of my characters because I have manifestation on all my characters. What I do is I use ginseng, so get a whole bunch of ginseng, do a lot of heals on yourself, on other players, on your horses, then move on to greater heals, then start marking runes, and then you can start making portals. And it seems Finzi also nicely answered that as well. All aboard! Ben Joseph, your mama Kitty stepped on the gift sub key. Sure she did. Sure she did. Schmo, oh, the healing doesn't level it up so fast. Have you moved on to greater healing yet? Because as soon as you start to, as soon as it starts to slow down, you have to move on to a harder spell. So try greater healing, and if that doesn't, like, how much manifestation do you have right now, Schmo? So Ben Joseph, you have been playing Legends of Aria. How have you been enjoying it? And what server are you on? You have seen the going rate to be around 300. And Finzia says 400, I reckon. Yeah. I mean, there is the effort that you have to have when you consider that not only do you have to go out to tame the horse with one character, but then you have to have a crafter who can make the saddle for you, and you need the materials as well. Whereas with the old horses, you didn't have any materials. You just went out and tamed. I would also, you know, I think I'm probably going to price it 400 as well when I get my merchants set up. And who would he... Arthas is running by. So he's a nice player that I met in the... No, actually, was he... No, I can't remember now. Was he on the stream, actually? the other day, or was he somebody I met through Discord? I can't remember anymore. Or maybe actually in the whole like in Bard thing. So the fine scrolls you can find from upper level magic producing mobs. So you can find fine scrolls from the later mobs in Halls of Corruption. The first mobs there are the little imps. They only give the I forget the name of the lower ranked scrolls, but then when you go further in, and then there's like the harder imps and then the gargoyles and stuff, they will give the fine scrolls. So 33 is your manifestation right now. Okay, so it sounds like you still need to be working with the normal heal, but if you're not getting gains, try the greater heal and see if that starts giving you gains. You're on the new US server, Ben Joseph, but you have one gripe, the lack of repairs. Well, you know, Ben Joseph, that really annoyed me as well in the beginning, but the whole idea of the lack of repairs is so that to keep the player like economy thing going, that player merchants and trade is needed, and that keeps it healthy, you know? So when you just like, because imagine if you could just keep on repairing stuff, you'd never have to go to shop to the crafters shops. So at first it does annoy you, but you do get used to it and you start to appreciate it at some point. Yeah, so you're an Amber Moon. Yeah, you do that, Shmo. I really enjoy Halls of Corruption. It's dangerous in there, but man, you get a lot of nice stuff there for sure. And let's do this thing that we also park this horsey as well outside and just have a whole row of horses outside. And the very first thing I'm gonna do, I'm not a fan of the fences around houses myself, but we're gonna build a whole bunch of fences just like temporarily here. And do you see how I like made the horse like head this direction? Because I've already given up. I've given up with them trying to get them like facing the building. So very first thing we're gonna do is have Safarina actually make a whole bunch of fences, and we're gonna put them out there to protect those horses. And what's the graphical settings? Yeah, they have the same graphical settings right now. Okay. So, let me see now. Furnishings. And the fences are over here. We need one gate, obviously. And thankfully these don't take up too much wood. Then we need... So they take 4 wood each. We can only make a few more fences. And then let's have Safarina put these fences over here. And Malena can place those down then. How do you guys feel, by the way, about these crated furniture versus having the furniture as like little floaty items like we had in Ultima Online? How am I able to make so many fences? Because I thought I only had 32 wood, and they took like 6 each. I shouldn't have been able to make so many, to be honest. And actually, that was kind of dumb. That was not the smartest. I'm not the smartest cookie in that cookie jar. I should have put them in another pouch here so Malena can just grab the whole pouch. Let's do that now. So I made one secure, and we're just having a little pouch inside that. There we go. And then let's have Malena grab that. What? Where did it go? Is this in my inventory now? Ah, oh, good grief. It is. It is in my inventory, guys. Silly cats. Silly cats. Okay, I'm just gonna put that whole thing there because I can't be bothered to take the runes out and stuff. Okay. There we go. Now, let's place these little fences here. And you died a bunch already, and Halls of Corruption Schmo. Yeah, it's dangerous in there. But once you sort of get the hang of it, you'll be okay. It does take some time sort of getting used to how things work in there. And hello there, Frogtown Hero. What server am I currently playing on? I am on the Aria Europe PvE server. But I will be, later on, I'll be playing on Legends of Ultima server, which is, again, fully PvP. Indeed, Nanners, indeed. It is nice here on the PvE server. Nice and peaceful. Are you kidding, Hawkwind? So are you... What the hell? So even though you have higher ping to this server, it runs smoother than Azure Sky does. I wonder because it's a smaller amount of items that have been rendered into the world. Because I guess Azure Sky would have a lot of... Do you see that little pulsation on the stream, guys? Do you know why that was happening? No. Let me see if it stops now that I put my cursor here back into the game.